ONI are an IT solutions provider specialising in what we call IT infrastructure. And what we do is we provide a range of managed services and support services to take a client on their journey right from the outset, from discovery and workshops to baseline to understand where they are, all the way through to design, implementation and support services. We kind of looked at the consumer market and said, well, how did the consumer market buy these days? And what we recognised was that people are often turning to websites for advice and matching services. So when we were approached by the team at Embedded, it seemed like a really logical way to address the challenge that we have, and very different as well. And we'd not seen something like that. So we were really keen to kind of understand how that would play out. I think the other thing as well, when we started talking to the team at Embedded, it was very obvious that they were coming from a buyer's perspective. We are often coming from the seller's perspective. So whilst we think we're trying to get our message across in a succinct way, possibly we're not. So again, that was quite appealing to us, that we were working with a team of professional buyers that were understanding what a buyer was looking for. Their approach seemed to be different, a bit fresh, and seemed to be resonating with what we were seeing in different markets. Within the first 4 weeks of us signing up to the Embedded Directory, we had our first matching process. So we received an email from the Embedded Directory effectively outlining an organisation that was looking for services, and there was a fantastic match. That was the initial thing that we saw. So what we had said we do and what the client said that they were looking for were a good match, so that was great. We had some reasonable background information and contact details. And then it was really down to us to make contact with that organisation. We had to first initially confirm to the Embedded Directory that we were keen to move forward with that opportunity. So we confirmed that yes, this is something that we think meets our criteria and fits with what we do. And then we made contact with the organisation to effectively take it forward from that point. I think the important point for me, what we're looking for from the Embedded Directory, is that initial introduction and working with an organisation that has a need for the services that we're providing, and that was very evident from the moment we got that first initial inquiry. The Embedded Directory was about making introductions, and that's exactly what it's done, and matching people that have a need and people that can deliver a service, and for us it's absolutely delivered that. It's also delivered it in a really cost-effective way. I mean, for less than a LinkedIn subscription, we've been introduced to an organisation and done some great business with that organisation where all parties have benefited. So for us, it's more than achieved what we expected, and we're really looking forward and quite excited to doing more business via the Embedded Directory. And in fact, when I go back to the original challenges that we have as an organisation, a lot of the traditional methods that we've been using, certainly over the last 2 or 3 years, are really starting to become more challenging and difficult. People have become very hardened to email campaigns. And even though people are starting to use social media a lot more now, even that's become a little bit overused. So, you need to find new ways to reach out to customers, and for us, the Embedded Directory does just that.